Hello. So today I'm talking about one of my new favorite topics, which is around the difference between fulfillment and achievement. And this is something that has really shifted my perspective and how I go about my work and how I go about my daily life. And I'm really excited to share it with you all. So I am someone that calls myself a potential junkie. And reaching my potential, finding different ways to express my potential. Like it's a good thing. Growth is a good thing, sure. And I think there's a way in which I am so focused on my potential. I'm so focused on what I could be that I actually miss out on who I am today. And I actually feel like a sense of lack with who I am today because I'm so hyper focused on what I want to step into on the side of the fence that is about what am I capable of. So what I want to really cultivate and work on in my life is to feel like where I'm at in any given moment is perfect, is a part of my journey. I want to feel a sense of fullness and I want to celebrate how far I've come instead of always looking towards what's next, what can I evolve into. So a really helpful framework in understanding this is through the lens of achievement versus fulfillment. And this is something that Tony Robbins actually speaks about often. If you listen to any of his work, I'm always Team Tony. So he says that achievement is a science. Achievement is a science. There's an actual code to the science of achievement. And if we follow the fundamentals of the code, we'll find success. So anyone that follows the fundamental of the code of achievement, they will find the success waiting for them on the other side. So when it comes to achievement, we tend to focus on where we want to be. We tend to focus on the goal we want to check off the list versus where we are in any given moment. So I'm training for an Ironman right now. And something that's been really tough for me is I'm always thinking about that final race day. Like I'm still from day one of training, which was over 3 months ago now, from day one of training, I was already thinking about the finish line of the race. I'm like, okay, but I'm only running 5 miles right now. How the hell am I supposed to run a marathon? And least of all, after I'll have just biked 112 miles. And so that type of thinking was actually not helpful for me because I was on like week one of my training. I'm not supposed to be able to run a marathon at the very early beginning stages of training. That the way that the process of life works is it's a process that I start with the 5 miles and then I get up to 6 miles and then I get up to 7 miles and so on and so forth. And life works in the same way. So when it comes to achievement, again, there's a focus on where we want to be, on the goal we want to check off the list in any given moment versus where we are at a particular moment. So instead of me being like, all right, great, just rocked that 5 miles, I'm like, oh, fuck, well, why wasn't that 5 miles 26 miles? Or it doesn't matter that I just ran 5 miles because I still have so far to go. Does this resonate at all for you yet? And I find this, it really, really does, particularly people that are really goal oriented and particularly for people that believe in their potential, again, which is a good thing. Like achievement is a good thing. Love achievement, all about goals. And it comes at a cost because we're actually missing out on where we are, on feeling whole and enough in any given moment, on being able to celebrate where we are. And so that's achievement. And fulfillment, on the other hand, is an art. So achievement is a science and fulfillment is an art. And fulfillment is about taking a pause, actually stopping after that 5 mile mark and celebrating the wins, celebrating and acknowledging our accomplishments before jumping on to the next thing. So it's when we're able to actually take that moment and that space to be like, holy shit, like look how far I literally just ran. Look how far I've come. And So instead of focusing on how far I need to go, it's look how far I've come. It's looking back on your journey. It's taking a minute to savor the fruits of your labor so that you can move forward from a place of abundance, from a place of fullness. And Tony says that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure in life. I'll say that again. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure in life. And I think that's such a powerful concept, because if ultimately, like, I get to the end of that Ironman, but all I've done is achieved, like, is able to check off the goal on my to-do list, and not actually enjoy the process and celebrate myself along the way and feel the fullness of my hard work and feel the gratitude and savor the experience of the growth and the process, then it would be a really tough feeling. Then I would just be like, okay, well, what's next? What's next? What's next? So this isn't to say that fulfillment is a destination. I don't believe that we arrive at a place where we're permanently fulfilled. I think it's a choice that we get to make again and again and again. And it's something that needs to be worked on over and over and over again. So just think about an area in your life where you might be super hyper achievement focused, and that integrating the art of fulfillment could be helpful for you. And so maybe it's something as simple as taking a moment, taking a breath, pausing, and being like, holy shit, like I've grown so much in my career. I've grown so much in my relationship, or I've grown so much in anything that you're working on that's important to you in your life, and just taking a moment to acknowledge the incredible growth, to acknowledge how far you've come in that process, and really allowing that acknowledgement to land, to integrate into your body, and notice what shifts for you when you start to invite more fulfillment along the dance of achievement. This isn't to say that it's not about achievement, and it's the power of integrating both fulfillment and achievement in life together. So I hope that this is a helpful concept for you. It certainly has been for me, and something I think about pretty much daily. So go for it. Think about this, integrate this into your life, and notice what shifts.